Welcome everyone to Move with Maegen. I'm Dr. Maegen Brady, physical therapist, and this evening we're going to be going a little bit deeper into some stretches that you can do for your neck and upper back. So let's get started. We will start by just doing a quick check-in by moving our neck in a few different positions. So whether you're seated on a chair or on the ground, we're going to first just begin by sitting nice and tall, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So keeping the length through our spine, our shoulders nice and steady. We're going to move just our neck by tucking, bringing our chin down towards our chest to look down. We're going to pause and just feel and appreciate how it feels. And when you come back up, rest for just a moment. If it's comfortable for you to do so, I'll invite you next to look up. No dizziness, no pain, just kind of extending through the neck. And then come back to the middle. So just a little pre-check, looking up and down. The next thing we'll do is look side to side. So turn your head in one direction. Just kind of noticing how far you're able to go, how far you're able to kind of track your eyes along the horizon in one direction. And then we'll switch to the other direction. So again, never painful, never forcing it, just noticing how far you're able to go as you come back. The next motion we'll do is a little bringing the ear down towards the shoulder, tilting towards one side, just seeing how far you're able to go. Again, not forcing the shoulder or any other part of the body to move. Nice breath in, and then we'll see how it goes to the other side. Just turn the ear down to the shoulder. Nice. And then last direction for the neck that we'll do as a pre-check is a little chin tuck. So I always pretend like someone had bad breath in front of you. We're just going to move back away from that person with bad breath. Sorry, it's hard not to smile when thinking about that. We're going to do one more of those, tucking the chin back and releasing. So noticing some of those motions and how they feel at the beginning of tonight's movement, and then we'll recheck them at the end to kind of compare how they feel at the end of doing some movement. So right now I'll invite you to take your pillow or your rolled up towel. You're going to put it down where you're going to be moving tonight. And we're going to lay with our body over the pillow. So you can kind of start with your hips and your chest, just kind of coming over the pillow here. And your hands at a comfortable distance away from your shoulders. You can relax your shoulders a little bit down, relax your legs, see if you're kind of holding on to them, put the feet in a position that's comfortable for you. And all we're going to do right here is take 3 deep breaths. So first thing we're going to do is inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth or nose. So we're filling up our back body, our diaphragm, our ribs, again breathing in and out. One more inhale, nice deep breath in and exhale. Now we'll turn to one side over the pillow. So again, you can have the pillow right above where your hips are. You can put your bottom arm wherever's comfortable, so you can lay it out long if you'd like to. If you want to kind of support your head just to start. If you want to have the arm in front of you to kind of rest your head down on. We're going to be doing those same 3 deep breaths. So really wherever's comfortable for your upper body rest, while we kind of focus again on expanding through our rib cage, letting our diaphragm kind of drop down. We're kind of moving through our mid-back and the ribs here. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Top hand can be wherever's comfortable, maybe on the hip or on the belly. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. So right here we're kind of feeling our ribs flame out a little bit. We're letting our diaphragm drop down again as we inhale. Just kind of noticing where that breath goes, and then exhale. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to stay on this side now. We're going to be going over to the other side to do the same thing. But while we're here, we're going to go ahead and put both of our arms out together. Your head rests on the pillow, but allowing the pillow to kind of support you through the rest of your body. So your top arm is going to kind of paint like a rainbow right above you. So you're going to reach your arm up. You're going to inhale as you do so, coming up. Go as far back as feels comfortable. And then exhale, bring your hand back down to meet the other one. So we're going to do 2 more of those. Again, inhale as you slowly lift up, purposefully moving through that station. And then continue to breathe as you come back. 1 more of these. Inhaling, expanding, maybe gently following with the neck. And then exhale as you come back down. Nice. We're going to bring it to the other side now. So you can turn right over them. But to show you the other side, go ahead and come down onto the other side. Again, bottom arm can be wherever's comfortable. Your knees can be bent. We're going to just start with 3 deep breaths. If you had your hand on your belly before and you want to feel that same thing, you can keep it there. If not, you can kind of just rest it on your hip. We're going to take 3 nice breaths here. Again, inhale, filling up. Exhale, let it go. Inhales in. Exhales out. 1 more to kind of flare the ribs. Fill the oxygen all the way up into the lungs as you breathe in. And breathe out. Next, bring the hands in front of you. This is kind of that alligator or the book opener. You're going to kind of reach that top arm up as you maybe rotate to look towards that side. And then you can breathe out the other way as you come down. We're going to do that twice more. Again, breathe in. By the way, you can go as far as feels comfortable. If you have space behind you, you can continue to go all the way down if that feels good. And if you're on the couch or have a kind of a bed behind you like I do, this might be a good place to stop. And then exhale, coming back down. Nice. All right, last thing, over the pillow, we're going to roll to our backs. So we're going to, allow some support with our neck on the pillow. We're going to kind of bring it right along the length of our spine. We have some space to kind of open up through the chest. Your legs can be bent, your feet can be flat on the ground, or they can be extended out long, whatever's more comfortable. Your hands can be down at your sides, maybe either your thumbs up or your palms facing up towards the ceiling, just allowing your chest to kind of open up a little bit here. We're going to take 3 nice deep breaths in this position. So inhaling in, pull up, and then exhaling out. Here we go. 2 more breaths in. Exhale, imagine your shoulders kind of melting down away from your ears. Last inhale to fill up. Exhale, feel your shoulders kind of melting towards the ground. By the way, if this feels good, you could stay here as long as you want to. This is a great position just to kind of open up through the chest and the shoulders. But if you want to move with me, we're going to roll to one side, take the pillow out of the way. We're going to roll to the back. And reviewing some of the neck motions that we did earlier. So the first thing we're going to be doing is looking down towards the chest. So kind of looking the chin, kind of looking down a little bit, carving a line. And then inhale, come back to the middle. Allow the back of your head to come in more contact with the ground or the pillow. And then again, never pushing it, never getting dizzy or lightheaded or pain. We're going to kind of gently look up now. And then back to the middle. Next, we're going to do some turning. So keeping your shoulders flush with the ground. We're going to turn the head in one direction, look over one shoulder. We're going to pause. And then we're going to inhale back to the middle. And then we're going to go to the other side. So turn your head in the other direction, over the other shoulder. And then inhale back to the middle. I had to scoot down a little bit because I realized on Instagram my head was getting cut off a little bit. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of tilting. So continuing to look up, keeping the nose in line. We're going to tilt the ear down towards one shoulder. Again, never forcing it or actually trying to reach the ear. It's just kind of that general direction. And then inhale back to the middle, kind of rotating or kind of swirling on the back of the head, and then gently going down towards the other direction. Making that contact with the ground, just kind of tilting the opposite ear to the shoulder, and then coming back to the middle. Now, listen carefully. The next one, that bad breath kind of motion, that chin tuck, it's important to really keep your shoulders relaxed, keep your back nice and relaxed here, looking straight up at the ceiling or straight up ahead. We're going to bring the chin down and then release. We're going to be doing that up to 10 times, so as many times as feels comfortable. I feel like it's really worth it to explore the chin tuck in this position, because if it's difficult to get it seated or standing, laying down is great. So again, we're going to tuck the chin down and release. So if there was a towel or a pillow underneath the curvature of your neck, you're trying to bring your neck more in contact with that towel. Again, coming down and release. It's important to keep those breaths coming in one way, breaths going out the other. So let's do 5 more of those at your own pace. Kind of play with tucking the chin down towards the ground. Slowly releasing. As you do this, you might feel some pressure in the back of the neck or the upper back. Totally normal. Let's do about 2 more. And everybody asks me, how do I know I'm doing this one right? It's just good to play with it in different positions. The biggest lesson or the biggest takeaway is that it's not a huge motion, but it's an important motion. So don't expect to go super far with it. It's just the opposite of what we do when we drive and text and look forward. It's just that coming down that we work on. Awesome job. So now go ahead and take hands together. You can bring them in kind of like a prayer formation, or you can take one wrist, grab the other. We're going to be sending the arms up overhead. So we're going to inhale as we come up. Lengthen, and then exhale as we come all the way back down. And bring the arms back down to the hips. We're going to do 2 more of those. Keep the back nice and neutral. Keep the back kind of flat to the ground. No arching through the back. Just the arms are going to reach up as far as feels comfortable. And then the arms are going to come all the way back down. Really press into those palms, or use the arms together as you inhale up overhead. And then exhale, bring the arms back down. Nice. Next, we're going to bring the arms out to the side like a T. So having both arms out to the side and your knees bent, your feet flat on the ground, we're just going to gently windshield wiper both knees over to one direction. So I'm going over to my right side here. I'm trying to keep my left shoulder still flat down on the ground. We're going to be here for about 4 or 5 deep breaths. So inhaling to lengthen through your shoulders, your whole spine. Exhales, imagine your shoulder coming a little closer to the ground. Nice. A few more breaths in. Exhales, dropping your shoulders down away from your ears. 2 more breaths in. and out. One more full breath in. And last full breath out. Sink into it. Nice. We're going to inhale, come back to the middle with the knees. Keep the arms out to the side like a T as we windshield wiper the knees over to the other side. Might be a little bit different with the hips side to side. That's okay. Right here, we're focused a little more on the shoulders, a little more on the neck. Relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders. So over the next 4 or 5 breaths. This feels really good for me because I went for a nice kind of hike and walk today, and I had my little Camelback water, backpack on. So a lot of the times I find myself kind of unconsciously rolling my shoulders forward or holding them up to support the backpack. And right now it's all about using your exhales to try to reverse, relax, release your shoulders. So 2 or 3 more breaths, whatever you're holding today, go. One more inhale. And last breath out. Inhale, bring the feet back to the middle. All right, nicely done. Now we're going to turn to the stomach. So turning over towards the stomach. Make sure I'm in a good spot here. All right, so we're going to lift up onto the forearms. We're going to have the elbows right underneath the shoulders. We're going to have the hands right in front of the elbows. You're at a good distance with your hands and your arms if you can kind of cross them over and bring one to the other. So some strength through your legs, imagining your tailbone kind of pointing down towards the ground so that your back isn't super arching, you're not falling into it. You have a little bit of strength through the legs, so you're kind of supporting yourself here. As we explore some of those same neck motions in this supported position. So first, taking 3 breaths just to find our spot here, allowing your chest to open as you breathe in. Dropping the shoulders down away as you breathe out. Maybe right here, picking a spot somewhere steady with your eyes to fix your gaze on as you inhale and as you exhale. So on the next breath, start by carving a line down by bringing the chin down towards the chest, looking down, keeping that strength through the shoulders. And then again, as we breathe in, come back to the middle, find that same spot with your eyes. And then seeing gently, where can you maybe look up a little bit, never forcing it. We're already up a bit here, just any more you can go. And then exhale back to neutral. Feel some of the muscles that are kind of working in your neck to keep you strong and stable here. Next, we're going to work on turning. So go ahead and strength through the shoulders. Go ahead and turn your head in one direction. Carve a line with your nose looking kind of along the horizon. Then come back to the middle. Pause for a moment. And then turning the head in the other direction. Nice. Come back to the middle here. The next thing is tilting one ear down to one shoulder. Again, fixing your eyes on that same spot here. Inhale as you come back to the middle. And then breathing out as you tilt the opposite ear to the shoulder. Breathe in for one more breath in this position. And then exhale, slowly coming back down. I don't know about you, but I know I feel it in my arms a little bit when I'm doing that. It shows that, we're kind of activating a bunch of different areas in our body to help support and keep our neck nice and steady. This is what we do day to day as well. Now we're going to come up onto hands and knees position. So bring your hands into your shoulders. We're going to come up onto hands and knees. And the first thing we're going to actually start with right here is that little chin tuck motion. So you're going to be looking down towards the ground, maybe right in line with your fingertips. You want to claw your fingers into the ground here. We want a nice, flat, neutral back with the belly button tucked up towards your spine. Your tailbone pointing straight back towards the wall. And down at the ground, we're going to now tuck the chin up towards the ceiling, just slightly. And then release it. We're going to do that twice more. So strength through the arms, strength through the belly as we tuck the chin up. And release. One more, tucking the chin straight up, straight back towards the ceiling. Like a little elevator, rising and then coming back. Nice. Next, we'll do a little bit of that side to side tilt. So kind of take your ear towards one shoulder on hands and knees. Then inhale, come back to the middle. And then we're going to go to the other side, bringing the ear to the shoulder, coming back to the middle. A little bit of turning now. So keeping the squared shoulders, your heart kind of shining straight forward. We're going to turn the head in one direction. Inhale back to the middle. And then gently turn in the other direction. Never forcing it. Come back to the middle. The last one here is a gentle looking down and looking up. And for this one, we're going to start lower. So first, begin with your tailbone. Your tailbone's going to curve up towards the ceiling. Your belly's going to drop, and then your head is going to look up. Cow pose. Then your tailbone is going to curve down towards your belly button is going to arch up towards the ceiling. You're going to press through your shoulders and then allow your head to look down. Cat pose. We'll do a few of these. So again, curving your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Drop your belly. Drop your chest. Gently carve a line with the nose looking up. Breathe in. Then tilting the tailbone down towards the ground. Belly button comes up towards the ceiling. Spread through the shoulders. Allow the head to completely release. So at your own pace, let's do maybe 2 more each direction. I might have been to my drive, or my hike. It was a lot of driving today, so it does feel really good to kind of get down and stretch. So I love these Move with Meegans. I love you joining me. Thank you so much for moving with me. Last one. Now inhale, come up back to the middle. We're going to stay on hands and knees. One arm is going to keep you balanced. The other arm is going to reach up towards the ceiling. We're going to pause for a moment here in this rotation. And then like you're threading a needle, you're going to take that arm, you're going to bring it through the midline of the body. We're going to land that shoulder, the back of that shoulder, down towards the ground. Your head can come to rest down on the ground. And we're going to take 3, 4 nice deep breaths here. So inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, releasing. Inhales, fill up. It may be hard to kind of breathe in a twisted position, but see where else you can fill up, and then exhale out. Nice. One more breath in. One more breath out. Plant your hand, your palm down that's supporting you. We're going to raise up towards the ceiling. So we're going to unthread that needle, bring that arm out from underneath you. We're going to breathe in as we come up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you bring that hand back down in front of that shoulder. Give that hand a little bit of a break for a moment. We're going to switch over to the other side. So now planting through the opposite hand, we're going to reach up towards the ceiling. And then threading the needle, we're going to bring that arm through and land that shoulder. Relax the cheek. 4 deep breaths. Inhales. And exhales. Breathe in. And out. 2 more in. Next breath in, come up onto that hand. We're gonna reach, unthread through the needle, reach up towards the ceiling, and then hands come back down. Awesome. All right, from here we're gonna come onto our belly again. You're gonna bring the arms out to the sides like a T, and then gently using one hand to kind of open your shoulder. We're gonna bring that top leg maybe a little bit behind you. This is where that pillow could come and rest underneath that leg here. That bottom arm is safely pointing the palm down towards the ground, not palm up, palm down towards the ground. And we're going to be here for about 4 or 5 deep breaths. So not only is this a great kind of rotational stretch for the spine, the low back, we're also kind of opening through that chest on the bottom. So 3 or 4 more breaths in and out. Nice inhales and exhales. One more full breath cycle to fully release where you can. Go ahead and inhale, come back to the middle. You can shimmy your hips a little bit. You can kind of windshield wiper your knees side to side a few times. We're going to straighten out the legs again. Bring the opposite arm down to the ground. Go ahead and plant the hand we had extended and help yourself kind of roll that top leg back. Bringing your left down to the ground. The left shoulder with the palm facing down on the ground. Again, maybe a pillow underneath that top leg if you want to bring one to kind of rest on. We're going to be here for about 5 deep breaths, seeing what else you can release, not just the neck and the shoulder, but through your jaw, your forehead. Maybe 2 more breaths. Next inhale, you can slowly unwind, bringing both hips down to the ground. Maybe a little shimmy. And we're going to finish on the ground by bringing the head straight down. We're going to pinch both shoulder blades together. We're going to lift up through the chest and lift up off the legs. So we're going to inhale, lift the whole body up. Exhale, coming back down. We're going to do that twice more. So again, practice that little chin tuck, bringing the chin up. Nice in line, and then exhale all the way back down. Last one. Last little bit of work here. Inhale up. Exhale back down. All right. You can come to seated now. So coming up off the ground. You can come to a comfortable seat, so either on the ground or if you want to take a place in a chair, that's good too. We're going to recheck our little bit of a neck movement that we did at the beginning of the movement session just to see how things have changed over our time together. So let's start with a nice long spine, then tucking our chin down towards our chest. So just noticing a little more space with this. Inhale back to the middle. Again, if it's safe, comfortable to do so, gently looking up. Inhale back to the middle. Next, turning the head in one direction, seeing maybe if you can see a little bit further behind you. Inhaling back to the middle, and then noticing on the other side. You have a little bit more space to turn. Coming back to neutral. Next is tilting the ear down to the shoulder. Seeing that nice space we've created in the side of the neck, the side of the shoulder. Inhaling back up. And then same thing to the other side. Just appreciating that work we've done. Inhaling back up. Last motion of the neck is the chin tuck. So just seeing if you're able to more easily bring your chin back and releasing it. Maybe one more time, just tucking the chin back and release. I know a lot of times with my patient at the beginning of the session, they'll say, oh, I hear a bunch of Rice Krispies, a lot of snap, crackle, pops, and usually by the end, we've got the blood flowing, we've got the the juices going, we've got the muscles warmed up, and it's usually a lot quieter, a lot happier at the end of the session. So I hope you've enjoyed some of this neck motion. That's all the movement we have for this evening. We are going to finish with a very short guided meditation. So you can come to a comfortable seat if you're in one and you'd like to stay here. If you have your pillow that we started with, that would be a really good opportunity to maybe take one of the positions we did earlier, maybe laying on your back and allowing some space in your chest to open up, maybe laying on your stomach, your sides felt really good. Maybe just laying on your back with the pillow underneath your knees could feel nice and relaxing for your back. So we'll start first with 3 deep breaths. I'll help kind of count towards the top. We'll hold it, and then we'll release them. So just in a moment, we'll start 3 breaths here. On my count to start now. Breathe in, inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold at the top. And exhale, let it go. Nice. 2 more. Again, inhale in through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Hold at the top. Slowly exhale, let it all go. Last one, inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Little hold, little pause at the top. And slow exhale out. Let it go. You can close your eyes if you haven't already. Tonight we'll have a 4-part mantra. And the first breath in you take, you can think to yourself, may I live in safety. May I be free from danger. So as you breathe in, may I be free from danger or live in safety. That's the first of 4. The second of the 4 is on the inhales, may I have mental happiness or peace. May I have mental happiness or peace. The third of the 4 is may I have physical happiness or health, whatever you prefer. So inhales, may I have physical happiness or health. And the last of the 4 is may I have ease of well-being. So inhaling, may I have ease of well-being. So over the next few breath cycles, breathing in, may I live in safety. May I have mental happiness. May I have physical happiness. And may I have ease of well-being. So now maybe you picture someone in your mind that you love dearly and you want to extend these wishes to. So have that person in your mind. We'll transfer these to them. So may they have the ability to live in safety. May they have mental happiness. May they have physical happiness. And may they have ease of well-being. So important to not just be able to love ourselves, but to be able to love those around us. After you've taken a few more deep breaths, you can slowly start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bring some attention back towards the surroundings around you. But take those same wishes of well-being to yourself this week and extend them to the people around you. Those that you love, those you may not know, those that may need love the most. So again, I want to thank everyone for joining me with Move with Maegen. It's always such a pleasure to be able to move with everyone. I hope that you all have a great start to the week, and I will see you on Wednesday at 7. Good night.